In this segment, we're going to focus on how to transfer the team members from the onboarding spreadsheet to the file labels. It's a simple process, but it is one that you need to pay close attention to. We're going to start, first of all, by actually adding names to the onboarding spreadsheet. And we're going to start by going to the interview spreadsheet. The interview spreadsheet clearly is where the names will originate. The candidates have now been interviewed and they have been moved to the next step. So I'm going to show you, first of all, how to move them from the interview page to the onboarding page. Basically, you click on the person's name. You want to make sure that they are going to be positioned correctly on the onboarding spreadsheet. And you click Copy to Orientation. Once you have the 2 people or however many people you need, let's come down and actually add Sandra Hart. You notice that they've turned green, which stands for Go. So we're going to now go back to the orientation spreadsheet. We're going to confirm the shift. We're going to go ahead and place that they showed up for orientation. Now, mind you, what we're doing here is just simply creating or onboarding spreadsheet that has been completed. The people have all been approved with the background check. And their date of hire is November 13th. And again, all you need to do is simply November 13th. All you need to do is simply, when you type in the first date, click on the date of hire drop-down button or push button, and the remainder of the dates will fill in. Now we need to assign them their employee ID or associate ID numbers. Again, I'm just making up something. And as you can see, all the spaces have been completed, have been filled in. So let's say that Dave Robinson was actually referred by a team member here. So we're going to go ahead and click on the comments and referrals button. And we're going to come over here and say that he was referred by James White. And we're going to go back. Now, you can do one or two things. At this point, if your file labels contain his name and his associate ID number, you can go ahead and complete that here. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to check the file label position. Right now, there are no labels on the Avery file label format. So we start at the number row 2. We're going to go back to orientation. We're going to click on John Smith, and we're going to click on Copy to Labels. All right, we're going to also click on Dave Robinson, Copy to Labels, and Sandra Hart, Copy to Labels. And when you go back to the labels, you'll notice that that information has now been printed. All right, now if you're at a location that normally prints the person's name and their date of hire as opposed to their employee ID number, we have another segment. We have another approach for that. In that particular case, we're going to go ahead and save everyone to the archives. We know, for instance, that they have been approved, they've completed orientation. So now we're going to make sure that we don't lose them for the future reference. To do that, we're going to now visit the track sheet. This is the archives. You'll notice that everything up top here should match everything that's on the onboarding sheet. You want to make sure that we're positioned in the appropriate row. Return back to orientation, and you're going to hit record. You'll notice that that particular page appears and you can see what is written in. It should match your onboarding spreadsheet. You're going to come click it again and again, and you now have all three people, and you have the person that referred Dave Robertson. Now we can go ahead and reset this particular sheet, but what we're going to do before we reset this is we're going to add a few more names just for show. We're going to add James Doe. As you can see, the appropriate cell has been highlighted. And we're going to copy him to the orientation page. Now, he is actually slated for the upcoming week because he has yet to be approved. He's still in the pending section. We're going to confirm his shift. However, again, we want to go ahead and reset the page. So we're going to now reset for next week. Now, again, the question you may ask is, well, why did we remove the last name? That person is still pending. Well, again, that person has not disappeared completely. You're going to go to the backup button, which is this little circular area here. And we're going to now return James Doe back to orientation. And we can resume from this point with whoever comes next. That is it for this section. Thank you.